does not exist. My name is Tonia. I'm giving this testimony from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I was in my shop about closing on Friday, 21st of April. That was around 7:07 thereabout. I got a call from home that I should come very early the next day, that my dad is dead. He had already died. He stopped eating Wednesday, Thursday, finally on Friday, he gave up the ghost. They didn't call me immediately. They were trying to watch him. But in the evening, late evening, they finally concluded that he was dead. And assessing him, he was dead, stretched and everything done. I didn't know what came over me because I still felt relaxed. I didn't shake. I felt strong. I was like, hey, I've heard what you said, but on getting there, I'll meet my father sitting down. My brother, who was sounding like someone crying, was like, Dango, please, this time around, just come early in the morning, because if he stays beyond morning, he will start smelling. I said, okay, I've heard you. I will only get there to see my dad sitting down. Saturday, I didn't go. But what I did was that later I called back down my brother. I told him to take his phone to where they laid him. He was like, how? I said, please, open that door because they've already locked that apartment. Open it, put your phone there. I want to pray. He said, okay. I heard them, they opened the place, entered, put the phone beside him. I prayed. I made the declarations that I needed to be done. One of the days, Pastor Jerry said, place your hand, that was last month, on the floor. Say, oh, ye land.
And if you can, find a way to lay your hand on the ground. Please, can you do that immediately? Find a way, lay your hand on the ground. And can you thunder? Say, oh, it. I did not hear you say, oh, it. Hear me, hear me. You will not receive my body earlier than I want. Can you hear me, thunder?
And these were the words I used when I was praying. I said, you said, I will not bury, I will not be buried.
You will not bury, you will not be buried, you will not bury, and you will not be buried. Let your hear me, thunder.
In the morning, I now called home. I wanted to tell my brother again to please enter that place, which he first of all told me that, yes, he's scared that he cannot enter there again. I said, okay. But he now paused and said, please, there's something I noticed last night, because nobody slept in that house. They were just busy crying. Nobody slept. So that he had a small sneeze. I said, you heard a small sneeze? What God cannot do does not exist. Please, based on that small sneeze that you heard, can you enter into that room and check on my father? He now entered. See what he noticed. The hands that were not now warm, but he was still lying down straight, just dead. But the hands now were warm, the feet warm. Sunday morning, I had the push to go. I left very early on Sunday. And my immediate younger brother, Antonia, he is Tony. He now went that Sunday morning to check on him. Lo and behold, my dad's hands were moving, his feet moving. He now put him up. Looked, his eyes were moving. He called him, Daddy. My father said, Tony. Everywhere scatter, everywhere scatter. And as I entered, I met my father sitting down, and Anthony was feeding him. Who did this? If I hadn't been on altar of fire, ask me, okay, by now I would have been making arrangements to bury my father. What God cannot do does not exist. I'm supposed to have done the video before now, but there are things I was watching out for by the power of the Most High on this earth. I said before Monday, or latest Monday, that he will walk. His bodies were stiff now after being here for how many days. So I got a call on Saturday that because I left that place after some days, on Saturday I got a call that he has started using his hands to eat. After it, my brother went for something. Coming back, My father that was sitting in the parlor, he saw him outside by the corridor. He walked that Monday. So that's what I was waiting. I said, what God cannot do does not exist.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes. So I just want to reconfirm.